So I watched the movie Sinners, of course. And here's my analysis of the movie from a traveler's perspective. Now, I saw a lot of themes that are very reminiscent of travelers, starting with Sammy, aka Preacher Boy, who's played by Miles Caton, who was absolutely brilliant, by the way. Sammy is 19 years old, he's wet behind the ears, and he is the character that ain't never been nowhere. He ain't left his town, his city, his state, but he wants to go. He's 19 years old. He reminds me of the kid that wants to go away to college, move to a different city. But Sammy has a father who's a preacher, played by Saul Williams, that wants him to just stay home, stay at the church, get a job here. There's nothing out there that means you will. With such a metaphor for people in your life that never go anywhere, I feel like where they are is all there is, and everywhere else is bad. And then you got the well-traveled cousin, Smoke and Stack, masterfully played by Michael B. Jordan. Smoke in the blue hat is reminiscent of the traveler who always keeps their head on a swivel. They're always paying attention to their surroundings. They're never putting their cup down and picking it back up. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to be your designated driver. And then we got good old Stack. Likes to have a good time, a little bit careless at times, and probably is the person that you need to get out before you get locked up abroad. But the two of them bring a wealth of knowledge of what life is like outside of the walls of their hometown. And then there's Annie, who's played by Wunmi Masaku. And when I tell y'all this lady wins me over in anything that she's in, she is the hoodoo practitioner, the healer, the mother. For travelers, she is the person that is praying for you, the person that is always sending out the best energy for your travel. She is the person that when your money is depleted, has sent you money before you even let anybody know that your money was gone. She is the person that no matter how hard it is to let you go and explore, she lets you go to be exactly who you need to be. Then we have our favorite vampire, Remick, who's played by Jack O'Donnell. He's the person that you encounter abroad that comes from another marginalized community. You recognize that both your and his people share a traumatic past, that historically you have been subjugated. But Remick likes to say the N-word. And the more you speak to him, you recognize that he replicates the same rhetoric and harmful racist tropes of your shared oppressor. And while he's cool to be around, you recognize he's not safe to be around. Which brings us back to the conversation that Stack and Sammy were having in the car ride to the juke joint. When Stack was explaining to Sammy that the plantation in Chicago was just tall buildings. And pretty much something I say all the time when it comes to travel and anti-blackness. That anti-blackness is a pestilence that is worldwide, and no matter where you go, it will meet you. In some cases, you may have a better quality of life, but it is something that never goes away no matter where you go on this earth. Which brings us to Delroy Lindo's character, Delta Slim. Delta Slim's character reminds me of the uncle, the grandfather, the person in all of our families that got a chance to experience travel, but experienced it through war and has PTSD. While his travel brought about new opportunities and even got him paid, the experience of knowing and witnessing what happened to people throughout his travel left him traumatized.